guys, welcome to today's video. Today I thought we would do a full face of Westman Atelier. Westman Atelier is one of my favorite brands. This is one of the only brands when something new is released, I'm interested. I want to know what's going on. And you know what it's like. There's certain brands, they release something and you think, well, maybe, we'll see. I try to stay on top of all releases since I do generally do reviews on new releases, but it's this brand where I think, there's a couple of brands like that, but this is the one that comes to mind. Always, I want to see what's going on with Westman Atelier, which is Gucci Westman's line. Partly because Gucci Westman is a professional makeup artist, and she has a very specific aesthetic, which is very, very fresh, and that kind of aligns with what I like. So I gathered together everything except my foundation. So I'll be right back. I gotta put my hair up and we're going to do a full face of Westman Atelier. It's not too hot today, I think I'll just leave the hair down, and if I start to sweat, I start to sweat, and then we'll change plans. Let's start with foundation. She has these beautiful foundation sticks. They look like this. This packaging is just so subtly, perfectly elegant. You'll see that the colors are slightly different, and I think it might be intended for us who have more than one shade to know which shade we're reaching for without having to look. That's what I think. Yeah, I think that's it. Wow, I haven't shot makeup in a little while, and this is why. I'm just, I'm still trying to figure it out, you guys. Every day is a different day, and sometimes I find just making myself sit down and shoot helps to take my mind off of the recent tragic events that I'm not going to say out loud. So there are a couple of ways you can apply this. Just go straight onto the face and then blend out with your fingers. I love working with the fingers. Or you can pick up like this, or you can pick up with the fingers. This is a powder brush from Kat Von D that I really like for foundation, and the reason I have two shades is, as much as I love this brand, they really don't make a good shade for me. Both of them, not so good. This one's a little too light for me, and this one is too... No, this one is a little too light for me, and this one is too warm for me. So we'll do little hand swatches so you can get an idea of what's going on. This is 3, which is the first one I got, which is too yellow, and this is 2, which is too light, but much more neutral. So I'm just gonna, blend these in. I found that my favorite application is not going on the face like this and blending in. My favorite application is picking up with the brush or the fingers and then dabbing on. And what I prefer to do, because this is a cream, it's harder to blend these two colors, is I do the cooler color or the more neutral color in the center, and then I'll use number 3 on the outer edge. It is darker, but it's too warm, but it is what it is. This is an area where I think she could stand to make improvements. These are magnetized, so they snap shut, which is just gorgeous. I just think she has very, very, very elegant aesthetic. And I'm hardly touching the skin here. I'm not smoothing it on and pressing it on like a paintbrush, but more like if you were using a paintbrush and doing some feathering. And in this way, when I'm not looking to necessarily do full face, I don't know how to explain this. So my brain's not really 100% working yet. Sometimes it does, sometimes it doesn't. If I just go for the red first, instead of thinking, let's get all over the place, it makes a very, very nice difference. I put on my sunscreen probably a solid 30 minutes ago, so it's very, very set. And now I'm just going to take a look at the mirror see if I missed anything because I'm quite blind. Nope, looks really pretty. Make sure I get by that hairline. So the skin is perfected, but it's not perfect. I haven't been taking care of my skin so well, you guys. Last night I went to bed with my makeup on. I find it's the rare day where I do my skincare morning and night, and I end up having days where I just don't do anything. Skincare wise, I don't wash the face, I don't put on my sunscreen, and then there are days where when I do it, I don't take it off. So my skin's not looking fabulous, but I think it's looking a lot nicer now. Now, she says that you can use this under your eyes. For me, this is not good. You know what? Let's just try it. I don't like this under the eyes. I'm older, I've got more stuff going on, and it just doesn't look good under the eyes. But I'm going to try using just a little bit and see how that works. So this is a brush that I use a lot under my eyes. It's very, very dense. I'm going to coat it well, but I'm going to try to do that same kind of feathery action, so I'm not going to deposit too much. You could get something full coverage out of this if you're younger and you don't have a lot of junk under your eyes. But for me, this is not ideal for under the eyes. Not ideal. I just feel like whatever coverage I got, it's very, very, very mellow. Gucci does beautiful blushes, and I recently got two, Couchette and Papette, and I like mixing them together. Papette's quite a bit. When you put it on, though, it's not as scary as you think it might be. And I kind of layered them here. Now I'm mixing together a little bit. I think I went a little more heavier with the Papette. And I like finger application with most of her cheek products. And just right under the eyes helps to brighten everything up. Super fresh. Now, if I wanted to, though, I could go in with Couchette more over here. So I'll have the brightness on the cheeks and something a little more, not quite defining, but a little bit on the outside. And again, and warm up the hands. This kind of formula really responds well to the warmth of the hands and melts everything in. And I am starting to get warm, so the hair's going up. And my chest is red from this warmth I'm feeling. You know what I'm going to do? Let's just have a party. And this I'm going to mix with my sunscreen. This will hopefully help just a little bit with that redness I'm getting from the heat. Let's do a little bit of contour, and again, you can pick it up with your fingers, put it on, you can just swipe it on, you can pick it up with a beauty blender. Actually, let's do the beauty blender, but you could also pick it up with the brush. So I'll just show you one on each side. Just pick it up with the brush. When I first got this a couple of months ago, I was afraid that it would be too warm, but it's not. It's quite ideal. This is the color Biscuit. And just a little bit, you know. No one needs to have a big line down their face. And if there's anything left, right towards here. And right towards here. So this line right here. But just the littlest bit. And then I'll do a little bit on the Beauty Blender just to show you how. I'm going to take it right here and pick it up with the side. Now I want to have it more narrow here and more wide over here, so that's how I'm going to turn my Beauty Blender. Initially. And again, super, super subtle. It's just a matter of preference. And again, I just feel that I have the Westman Atelier look right here. Just fresh, great. I could just fill in my brows and call it a day, but I want to talk about some more of her products. Lit up sticks, I have 3. This one is from a limited edition from last fall, last Christmas, which I've seen in stock recently, which is why I decided to bring it to your attention. We have Parla, Nectar, and Brulee. Parla is a little bit of a pink, Nectar has a peachy beautifulness, and Brulee is a bronzer on someone like me. And these have a beautiful sheen to them that are subtle and elegant. And I think what I'm going to do is the Parla, because I have some pink in the cheek, and then I'm going to go over with the Brulee. Did I just say Parla? Brulee? With this, I'm going to pick up the finger. And I'm going to put a little bit on the lid. A little highlighter in the center of your nose can actually help it look a little thinner on the tip of the nose. Not a good thing on many people. I'm a teeny bit bulbous. What a horrible word. It just calls attention to it. So not on the tip of the nose, but just a little bit down the center. And lovely. For the Brulee, again, I think I'm just going to put it on my hand and pick it up with a beauty blender and put it where I normally get color, top of the cheeks, and a little bit over the center of the nose. That little sun-kissed mask, but just in such a subtle, subtle way. You can really go kind of ham with this, and if you have darker skin tone, this is your highlighter. Now, I recently bought my very first fully loaded, which I love. I got it in Peau de Santé, and I'm telling you guys, this is a product I pull to all the time, all the time. I feel like I have a lot going on, and even though I keep on adding products, I don't think I look cakey in any way. It's not like, oh, I need to stop now. Maybe I went a little too far. Normally I would say I'm not going to put on anything else, but you know what? I am. Just a little bit. I use this on my cheeks all the time as the highlighter. If you are more fair than me, this is a blush with a beautiful highlight that doesn't have that look that emphasizes larger pores. It's a beautiful, beautiful product. I should have put this on my lips when I first started because my lips, as ever, are dry. This is the Squeaky Clean Balm. It has a lemony scent to it, which I just cannot get over. And it feels so nourishing and yet light at the same time. I have 2 light colors, Shoo Shoo and something else. This is the one that's a little bit of peach, imparts the teeniest bit of color. Perfect for summertime where you have just a little something. I don't have her new pencil, so I'm going to do my own eyebrow, and then we're going to go and do some eyeshadow. Westman Atelier recently came out with some powders, but since they don't make a foundation that is ideal for me, I was a little concerned about getting a powder because they do come in colors. So I decided to go with Bubble Pink. Look how pretty. Because many things are too yellow for me, this might help with that, and it has a little bit of a brightening effect. It just doesn't mattify 100%, which I'm fine with because I don't want to look matte. But it does something very nice on the pores. I'm going to pull you in here, and never mind the fact that really, you guys, for the last almost 2 weeks, I have not been taking care of my skin. I think it looks pretty darn nice. Now her iPods comes in sets of 3, but now you can buy several of the singles, but not all. I'm going to take these 2 and mess around a little bit. This almost is like the super loaded. Just a little something that is a skin tone, a blushed skin tone up here. And honestly, that could be it. This is her brush, and it works beautifully with these. I think actually they were created to work with these. And then I'm just going to go in this guy, and you could go in with a tip and just use this as a liner. I don't know why I'm trying to go in this mirror, it's far too far away. And just, you know, give myself a little bit of dimension. Again, the aesthetic is easy. I'm not doing a halo or a cut crease or anything like that. It's really makeup to me for real women. And now I feel like I have some definition in my eyes, and that's a good thing. And you guys, I'm not even going to put on mascara. I feel like this is absolutely the Westman Atelier aesthetic. I've seen videos with Kate Hudson doing Zoom kind of with her, and she looked like this, and I assumed that she was actually wearing this makeup. It just looks like, damn, your skin looks so good, you look so healthy. That's the kind of outcome I feel that I am getting here. No mascara. I'm not even going to put on concealer because I don't mind a little bit of shadow, and this helped with some of it. But she does have these 3 lip things. This is the first one that she came out with, which is red, and you mix and match, you know. This is the second one, which is my favorite, and it was a limited edition, and it's just ideal nude. In fact, I'm a person who's afraid of nudes. This works for me. And that's what we're going to play with, I think. I mean, I'm fine with this. And this was the limited edition, which is still available. I saw it recently, so I'm going to, I don't remember where I saw it. I will find it and put it down below, because the highlighting stick is what I used today from that. It was these 2 together. And this is a little bit more brown, but then they give you a little bit of a corally or a pinky red in here to mix it up with. Fantastic for winter time and fall time, but it's not winter, it's not fall. I want to just do a little of this, even though I am fine with the Squeaky Clean. And I think I'm just going to go between these 2 colors. And now I have a nude on, and you know what? I'm not feeling the nude. Nudes are hard for me, so I'm going to go to this one here and try to deepen it up. When I do feel like a nude isn't working for me, it's a little too much, I like to outline my lips with something lighter, so I can take a pencil and do something, or take the foundation or concealer and get this at the tip. It just does something for me when I'm doing nude, because I feel like my lip gets lost. And this is the lighter color I'm using. And pull it down a little bit so it's not so obvious. And you guys, that's it. A full face of Westman Atelier. And as I noted before, I kept on adding product and adding product and adding product, but it never looks overdone. I think it might be impossible to overdo it with this line. So if overdoing it is a problem of yours, you might want to explore this line. But I love the fact that it's clean. I love the fact that she puts ingredients in here that are good for your skin. I like the fact that the packaging is just so chic, so understated. I enjoy that quite a bit. It's hefty, it feels substantial in your hands. Every product that I have chosen here today feels that way. And yet I feel that it just looks so fresh, so youthful, so pretty. And even though I added product after product after product, I think after I did the blush, I could have been okay. I didn't have to add the highlighters. I didn't have to add the brulee. I didn't have to add the contour. But adding those just made everything a little bit better. And the powder is really a nice addition to the line, because sometimes things look a little too shiny, and I think I just worked on that so nicely with that powder. There's still a sheen, but it's not overly shiny. And that, my friends, is going to wrap up today's video. again, I recognize as I'm sitting here talking and thinking the energy's really kind of low today. I know every day is a different day, and I am just trying not to fight that and let how I feel happen. And I'm just not feeling like, yay, you know, yippee, let's just get this out. I'm feeling incredibly sad, but I'm glad that I was able to sit down and do something with makeup for you, and I hope that you enjoyed it. If you've made it to the end, please consider giving me a thumbs up. Really helps the channel a lot, and I appreciate it. And until we meet again, be safe and smart, and I'm wishing you good health. Let's go. Let's go. Ow.